In the K-pop industry, most of the groups usually begin their career as a group and then diverge to solo. Loona took a completely opposite approach, a never-before-seen, 18-month-long pre-debut project, plus their fascinating yet complex Loonaverse. Although they are not as well known in their home country, Loona captured a lot of attention from Western fans and took over the social media world with the Stan Loona phenomenon. Blockberry Creative, a subsidiary of Polaris Entertainment, founded in 2016. Shortly after that, the company announced the new girl group project, Loona, which means Girl of the Month in Korean. As creative as its name, the company decided to do what is called a reverse engineering of building girl group, releasing a solo song of each member one by one. It took 18 months to introduce all the 12 members. How much money do you think they need to spend? 1 million? 2 million? Not even close. This is a project worth $9 million. But where do they get the money from, especially for a no-name company like this? The company gained money from several overseas investors like the USA and Japan. Their long pre-debut journey is about to begin now. 2016. The first member, Jung Hee-jin. It was in middle school when she first wanted to become a singer. To pursue her dream, Hee-jin had to travel 4 hours to get to the dance academy in Seoul. She was rejected many times to the point where her father began to question her dream. However, she finally got a chance to join an online casting by Blockberry Creative and trained for 1 year. She releases her solo song Vivid. The second member, Kim Hyojin. She was an active kid back in her school as she was a member of soccer, table tennis, basketball, tennis, and badminton. She was scouted by Polaris Entertainment after appeared on The 3 Idiots. She later transferred to Blockberry Creative. She released Around You as her solo track. The third member, Jo Ha-seul. She always had a passion for music, especially opera, but her teacher suggested that she go to join the music festival. Thanks to her teacher, she being cast by the Blockberry Creative Scout. She debuted with the song, Let Me In. The fourth member, Im-yo-jin. She attended several schools during her childhood, including the School of Performing Arts. She also a student at 5 Music and Dance Academy, performed dance cover of IOI's Pick Me. She auditioned for Blockberry Creative with the songs Into the New World by Girls' Generation and Dolls by 9 Muses. She debuted with the song Kiss Later. The company announced the subunit, Loona 1/3. The group debuted with Love and Live. The fifth member, Hwang Ah-ra. She was born and raised in Hong Kong, paying no attention to Korean culture until she watched Big Bang and 2NE1 music video. She joined an online audition after being called by Blockberry Creative. Later on, the company invited her to train in Korea, but her father was against it at first. She finally became a trainee in Korea. Learning to sing and dance was difficult, but the hardest thing was learning the language. She felt lonely at first because she couldn't communicate with anyone. Thanks to her fellow member, she finally made it. She released Every Day I Love You as her solo song. The sixth member, Kim Lin. At a young age, she learned to play various instruments and she was also a swimmer. Later on, in her school life, her mother told her she needed to lose weight, but not a typical method. She did it through dancing. She began to dream of becoming an idol since then. She auditioned for many agencies before got accepted and started training under Blockberry Creative. Finally, she joined the lineup and released her solo song, Eclipse. This was where Loona started to get huge attention from international fans. The seventh member, Jung Jin-sol. As a kid, she learned to play piano and kept going for 9 years. She was being street cast quite a lot, but none of them worked. She later joined DSB Media before being contacted by Polaris via Instagram and transferred to Blockberry Creative. She released her solo track, Singin' in the Rain. The eighth member, Chae Ye-rim. She appeared on the TV show called Happy Time, Fantastic Mates. Years later, she performed a dance cover. She then joined a vocal contest where Blockberry cast her. She passed the audition for Blockberry Creative and became a trainee with her fellow teammates Ha-seul and Yo-jin. She released Love Cherry Motion. The company announced another unit, releasing another mini-album mix and match, and the lead track Girlfriend. During this time, the company sent 3 girls to audition for a survival TV show, Mix 9. Heejin and Hyunjin became contestants of the show. This really helped boost the group's recognition. The 9th member, Ha Soo-young. As a kid, she wanted to become a singer. Her dream developed further after watching Wonder Girl's performance. She attended several academies. She was also a model for a Korean clothing company. During high school, she was interested in dance, so she joined a dance team, but she didn't tell her parent. After that, she joined another dance academy where Blockberry Creative came to hold an audition there. She wasn't quite ready, but her sister told her to give it a try. A month later, Blockberry Creative showed interest in her and wanted to see her audition one more time. She finally came to audition again and trained there for only 3 months. She made her debut with New on November 2017. On December 23, the digital single The Carol 2.0 was released. The 10th member, Kim Ji-yoo. Her passion for music comes from her family. Her mom is a classical vocalist, so she had always wanted to be a singer. However, her mother was against it because her experience told her that this career carried a lot of difficulties. It was her father who approved it and allowed her to pursue her dreams. She then attended the Hanlum Multi-Arts High School and tried many auditions, including FNC, where she trained there for a while before left the company. She also auditioned for JYP and YG, but didn't make it. She released her solo track, Heart Attack. 2018, the 11th member, Gaon. She was a student at an academy in Incheon, but later dropped out to focus on her idol career. After attending Oh My Girl's Summer Fairy Tale concert, she was heavily inspired by them and decided to pursue idol career. She joined LP Dance and Vocal Academy, and even auditioned for Source Music while in the academy, but wasn't accepted. She ultimately joined Blockberry Creative in 2018 with only 2 weeks of training. Gaon released a solo track, One and Only. And the last member, Son Hae-ju. As a kid, her ultimate dream was to become an idol. Kim Hae-ju and Irem attended the same school, but because the lineup was not publicly revealed, Son Hae-ju had to keep it a secret until the teaser was officially released. She joined FNC Academy, and later passed an audition and trained at Blockberry Creative for only 1 day. Olivia released her solo song, Egoist, in March 30, 2018. Another subunit, Loona Y was formed. Their super long debut journey has officially ended. On August 19, 2018, Loona made their official debut. Loona held their debut concert at Olympic Hall. All the tickets were sold out in 2 minutes. The album peaked at number 2 on Gaon album chart, becoming their first top 3 albums. The album sales hit 50,000 units, which was a very good start. The group concluded their promotion with a goodbye stage on October 13. A day after that, the teaser for an upcoming album, Multiply Multiply, was released. There was no update on the second teaser until the beginning of 2019. They also received MTV Europe Music Award. The second teaser was finally released, confirming the group's comeback with Butterfly. The feedback from Korean fans was not as great. The album sales were not as successful as their previous album. This dropped in interest due to their long pause previously. Despite that, it was a very decent comeback internationally. After the promotion, the group announced another teaser, Hash and Burn concept. Apart from the cover dance video and several YouTube videos, there was no major activity or any comeback. The summer comeback was postponed. What was happening to them? At that time, their parent company Polaris Entertainment was in debt to a Japanese game company named Donuts. This company invested $400 million in Loona project in 2017. However, Polaris Entertainment only paid back about 40 million won. Ultimately, the court ordered Polaris Entertainment to pay the 360 million won plus compensation to Donuts. This probably the main reason we didn't see any activity that year. To make the matter worse, Jae Jeong, the mastermind behind the entire Loona project, who in charge of setting the group's direction from the very beginning. Right after Multiply Multiply, he suddenly left the project, taking out all of the future plans including new songs with him. This is probably the worst part of their career. A company without money, a group without a producer. How can they survive? It started to worry orbits all around the world. Would this really be the end of Loona? After the most difficult time for Loona and orbits, on December, the group finally released a single, 365, a song dedicated to orbits to thanks for their unwavering support even at the worst time. The song topped Billboard's World Digital Song chart. In 2020, Haskell took a break from the activity due to her health issue. Loona continued to release the teasers of Hash, but without a producer. How can they produce music? That was when Lee Soo-man, the founder of SM Entertainment, he realized the potential of Loona after seeing their cover dance video. Loona released their second mini-album Hash featuring So What as a lead track. The album peaked at number 2 on Gaon album chart. The album sold more than 70,000 copies, becoming their best record at that time. The song peaked at number 4 on the US World Song chart. After a tough year, the group finally achieved their first win on M Countdown. The group released their third mini-album, Midnight, with the title track Why Not. The song topped iTunes charts in various countries. To prove their powerful international fan base, a song named Star started to be played on international radio including North American radios. After that, Loona debuted at number 112 on Billboard 200, marked the first girl group outside Big 3 to achieve this. The album sold more than 116,000 units, marked their first album with sales volume exceeds 100,000 copies. This album broke their previous sales record, being sold more than 70,000 units the first week. In 2021, the company faced another financial crisis and couldn't pay the money to the production staff. The group is in danger of disbanding.